Hi guys, this is going to be my final video for the Great Bolt Action Paint Off. Um, I know the deadline is the end of this month, but with work and other things, I'm not going to make any more progress than what I have already. So I'm going to go ahead and post my video. It was a fun challenge. Paint Off, first one I've ever done. I'm not going to submit anything for best painted or whatever the other category is. It's just was more of a challenge for me to and a motivation to get me to paint, which it did. At the beginning, I listed out several different pieces that I wanted to paint. I got everything but two things painted, and I'll show those to you here. What I got painted, what I didn't get painted. Basically, my German MG42 team I didn't get painted, and a German squad I didn't get painted, which it shouldn't take long to do those. Now that I've kind of found this motivation to paint. So, with that being said, I also owe my subscribers an update. So I will do a separate video after this one with an update of what's to come now that the painting challenge is over with, and kind of just a general update on myself as well. So I will pause the video, and then next thing you'll see are minis, which you'll probably like to see more than my face. So okay, first item up that I finished, except for the decals. I do have decals now, except for I don't have Microsol for the decals, the softener. I had to order it. Closest hobby stores to me are like an hour away, and the ones that I went to didn't have any, so I had to order it. I just did a recent video on the Sherman here, so I'm not gonna go over it in great detail again. If you want to see more on it, you can look at the previous video. So that is, I'm going to count this as completed for the challenge. Next up is my American half track. Once again, this doesn't have decals on it. This was done on the previous video as well, so I won't go into great detail update wise or anything on it. You can look at the previous video if you want to see more. I'm counting that as done as well. Next up is a German squad. And I did these guys on the previous video as well, I believe. I don't think they were completely based. They are now completely based. Let's line them up here. Yeah, as best as we can. I'm running out of room. I'll turn them around here for you so you can see the back. I'm counting these guys as done. So that's 2 items, or 3 items, excuse me, completed. I'm kind of fighting a cold, guys, so if hear me sniffling and if I cough or anything, that's what's going on. I've been fighting it for like a week. This is new. If it'll focus, my Pack 40. I airbrushed the gun. figures you can remove off the base. Takeaways, I guess, for me for the future, or what I wish I'd have done different. I wish I had done the base just a little bit wider. And I wish I would have cut slots in here so that the figures would actually drop down in it. But overall, I'm happy with it. The measuring sticks were kind of a pain to try to get the the increments to look the same. So there's the pack 40. There's the loader. Gunner. So that's considered completed. So that's 4 items completed. Or 4 teams completed, I should say. Next up is my German Howitzer. Or not Howitzer, but mortar. Wrong artillery piece. So this will, when it goes together, something like that. I like having my figures individually mounted instead of like a diorama. I think the dioramas look cool. It's just personal preference. And I like to remove casualties as we go. So this is the spotter. Loader, or gunner, I guess. Team leader. And ammo carrier. And then the gun itself. So that item's complete. My little makeshift box here is falling apart. Next thing, these were just added to the painting list just to get them done. That horse is really dark. I really don't like how it turned out, so it might get repainted, but I'm going to consider it done. So there's a dead horse and dead cow. Enough said about that. Last thing that I completed, and I just completed these this morning, are my U.S. Infantry squad. Let me line these guys up. They were fun to paint. I think I could have done a better job painting them, but I'm not going to complain. Here's the squad leader. I'd say he's probably one of my favorite figures out of the squad. That and this one too. I like how the pose turned out on this guy. So I would say he's probably one of my favorites as well. out of the squad. It's kind of a funky pose that I got going on there. It was kind of to simulate checking a window or shooting up in a window in an urban area or a tree possibly. So that's the last thing that I got completed. So that makes a total of, well, a U.S. squad, a German squad, 2 dead animals, Pack 40 in team, half track, American half track, M4 Sherman, put something out there so you can look at something, just a blank white. German squad, American squad. So what I didn't get done, we'll put that out there just to show my fail. My MG42 team, whichever way that's supposed to go. Lesson learned on this is I don't have this set down yet so I can paint easier, and I probably should have painted the bottom of the gunner before I put him on a base. But lesson learned. That's the one thing that I didn't get complete, and the other is this small German squad. What is that? 2, 4, 7 figures. So I don't have much left, and then once I finish these 2 items, I will have basically a 1,000-point army of U.S. infantry and German infantry. So I will have some forces to game with each other here, or if I go game somewhere else, then I will have 1,000-point armies to do so. Okay, so that's what I got done and what I didn't get done. So for once, actually, I had more completed than not completed, so I'm kind of happy with that. Final thoughts, comments. It was a fun challenge, like I said before. I'm glad that I took part in it. It got me motivated. And on days where I didn't feel like painting, I painted. I'm a very slow painter, as you can tell. But it made me find more time than probably what I would have taken otherwise if I didn't have the challenge. So I want to thank Steve and Nick for doing this and putting it together. It was really fun. It was also cool to see other people's work and how they progressed. I subscribed to some channels that I probably wouldn't have found before because of the paint off. So that's always a plus, is finding new channels and showing other people's work and getting you motivated. So thanks to Painting Buddha and Warlord for hopping on board too. So good luck to everybody, and we'll find out sometime fairly soon probably who the winners are. So good luck, congratulations to everybody. Everybody's work was really good, and hopefully we can do this in the future. Take care, and be good to each other, and happy wargaming.